like, even then, my own friends used to talk about it, used to talk about the way I drink, the way I eat, just used it against me. Like, baby girl, you should come through. What's up, y'all? Jamil, yo, the head honcho. How y'all doing? Okay, so today, I don't know what to call this type of video. I guess it would be a story time. I guess we could call it that. Today we're just gonna be talking about something like I've kind of been dealing with like my whole entire life. We're gonna call this living with Bell's palsy. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Bell's palsy is like, it's really like a face thing. Really like a face thing. It's like you kind of get, it's like you get it. It's like when your nerves gets damaged somewhere in your face, so it's like it kind of makes you lose control of certain nerves, which makes you not being able to do certain things or have control over certain things. And you know, it's really hard to tell depending on the person. Some people it's easy to tell, it's like right there, but I say it used to be really noticeable when I was younger. Like now I got to the point now, some people really don't notice. Some people kind of do. Some people already know that I have, some people don't. Basically, I just kind of wanted to talk about it. So, how I got it was one day, I think this is when I used to live in Mississippi. That's my hometown. 662. Yeah. But, so yeah, this is when I stayed in Clarksdale, Mississippi. I was told that when I was younger, and I was like a kid, that one day I was with my parents, and this was like before my sister was born, I believe. But one day I was with my parents, and we were at a basketball court. My cousins was there, or they were playing basketball, or it was one of my cousins. I don't remember the story all the way. But I was crawling over, somehow I was crawling under, like, going to the goal, and I was just standing under there for some reason. It was just, I was just chilling. I was being a kid, I didn't know any better. And my cousin took a shot. My dad was already telling like, hey, wait, no, don't take the shot, don't take the shot. My cousin was already going into it, so too late, so the ball went up. And unfortunately he made the shot, and it hit me in my face. And I was crying very badly. And I ran over there and picked me up, and my face was frozen. Like, it was completely just stuck. I was just stuck with a plain face. But it was tears running down my eyes, and you could hear me crying. So, yeah. I was rushed to the hospital with my dad and mom. My dad was infuriated with my cousin, but he ain't hurt him or anything. But they took me to the hospital. The doctors had told him, like, they had checked me out. They had told him that he has Bell's palsy. It really wasn't no just plain out cure, but there were treatments for it. I took medicine and physical therapy. So I was on like I think I was on this medicine for a little while, and I had to see physical therapists, and they did like certain massages and stuff to my face or whatever. And they would have at a certain point they would start taking me, and they told my parents like how to do them, everything, and they would start doing for me at home. Eventually, I got to the point I was better, but it just wasn't completely gone. And now, like, I have control over my left half of my face. On my right side, I can't take control of it. Like, I can move this part of my mouth, but like when I smile, it's like when I smile, notice how like you can see the lines and the muscles and all that here, but you really can't just see it there. My eyebrow will move. I can't control, like, I can't just make it go up. Like, I have no control over it. And to be honest, growing up, it was hard dealing with it. It was a lot. Because my parents never really just told me what it was until at a certain point in my life. And I never really just understood it. I always just used to sit there and be like, why am I like this? What's wrong with me? Why am I not like everybody else? And honestly, it was traumatizing. I remember in elementary, like, that's when like, I just used to say getting picked on about it. Like, it made me not want to do certain things because it was like, back in elementary, like, I remember, you know, they had the little milk cartons or whatever. And like at lunch, they also give you the little silverware and the straw that came inside the packet. So me nowadays, like, because of all that, I just open it and then drink it. I don't never use the straws anymore. I just refuse to ever use the straws, like those skinny straws, because like in lunch, I would always use a straw and I would put it in there, and I would just drink it. But it was like it would always just do this. I would sit there and always do that the whole time. As I'm drinking, everybody used to look at me and be like, and get everybody's attention. They would just be staring. I'm like, what? And they was like, is it taste bad? I'm like, no. Mind you, I would always be drinking chocolate milk, and I love that. So it was like, is this sour? Is something wrong with it? And I was like, no. And then I never really got into it. It was like your face, and I'm just sitting like, I don't know why I do that. Because I would look at everybody else drinking, and everybody would look normal. So I'm like, do I not look like that? So, but apparently not. So I just kind of, nowadays, I don't use those straws. Like, I don't know if I still make that face now when I drink out of straws, but. And people used to kind of come up with nicknames at certain points. And they used to say things like, because they used to like notice how specifically this side, so they used to call me things like two-faced and all that. Like, two-faced was the main one I remember being called. And eventually around middle school, it got to the point where I just got really insecure and I just felt ugly. Like, I just couldn't find myself attractive at all. Like, I hated smiling, and I just felt uncomfortable. Like, if I would close my eyes kind of hard, like, or if I was just like smiling or anything, it's just, I never wanted to smile. My mom wants to take pictures of me. She'd be like, smile. And then I was just there like, and even then I would feel so, ugh. And she was like, no, she was like, Jamil, smile. I'm like, I am. She's like, no, you're not. I know you're not smiling. And I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't like it. I don't like my smile. I hated it for the longest period of time in my life. And even then, some people tell me my lip looks sideways because of it, or it looks off, and I'm just like. And around when I used to like get into people in middle school and all that, some people used to use that against me and tell me, that's why you can't smile. You can't take pictures. Two-face this, two-face that, or whatever. Half of your face works. Your face is broken. And I would just used to take that. Like, I would just be so defensive. But it would break me down. Because it was like, what can I come back to that? Like, and I used to research, like, how do I make myself better? Like, how to look good, how to look attractive. And I used to just look at other people on social media, like other dudes on social media, like, I want to look as good as them. Do not ever compare yourself to anybody on social media. Don't compare yourself to anybody off of pictures and online. Don't compare yourself to anybody in general, but like comparing yourself to like models and all that, because half their body, so like majority of them, their body isn't even real. And a lot of stuff they had to change. They were forced to change to get at certain points. And even then, like, I can post a picture, yes, like, acne, all that. People will literally just sit there and edit out their acne and have all these filters you won't even really notice. Like, yeah, I got this acne. My hair don't look decent right now. I need it done. Like, I don't know how I look. I don't know. But honestly, to this day, like, I wouldn't say I'm just not bothered. Well, I don't know. I really don't know what to just tell y'all. Because it's like, to this day, people still use it against me. People have said it on multiple platforms, talking about it. I tried to be comfortable with it. Like, it was to a point like, okay, I know what's here. I accept it. Yes, I have it. My struggle isn't going to do it. And you talking about my struggle as a joke and an insult isn't going to do anything for you or make you better. It shouldn't make you feel better because that shows how heartless you are. Like, and then, like, it's just certain stuff, and ignorance is something you don't argue with. You never argue with ignorance. Over time, I got to a point where I had enough of feeling down for myself and sorry for myself. I just had to get to a point where it was like, I'm Jamil. Yes, I have Bell's palsy. That does not mean I'm ugly. I may not be attracted to some people, but I'm attracted to myself. I feel good about myself. And that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is doing anything for me. You might have something different about you, like a disability or the way you just talk, the way you do anything. But that separates you from everybody else, and that's what makes you unique in your own way. That's what makes you special. Because wouldn't nobody be special or unique if everybody was the same? What if we were all we're one color and one gender and all sound the same and talk the same and walk the same, had the same haircuts, all that? What if we were all just one thing? Everything would be so bland and boring, and nothing would just be. We would have no real likes and interests, and we would have no real personality. It's okay to be different. You can't fit in because you were born to stand out. Even then, from a religious standpoint, you're God's creation. God loves you even where it goes. He made you special. He set things up for you because later in life, when you come out of that, you're gonna be on the bigger and better things. So don't waste your time worrying about the next person telling you different. You just pray for them. And even if you're not like religious or whatever thing, you wish them well, you wish them good luck, and you go on and do you. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to be around them people. You don't. Sometimes you might be put in a position where you do, but it's only for so long. Other than that, do you and go live your life.
Period! 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 Period!
Like, don't waste your time getting mad and hurt and angry over them. Because at the end of the day, you can see the pain and hurt that some people could be going through because you don't know what they're going through at home. You just got to pay them and a lot of things they say dust and keep it pushing. Love yourself unapologetically. And honestly, those people who, when you can talk about certain things that's just really hard to talk about or whatever, and certain people can really give you that support or whatever, it helps. Because even then, I opened up about it and was just like, wow, the fact that people can really stoop below the belt and talk about certain things that you've been through like that, it's just like, it says a lot and it shows a lot. And I never beg for no support or condolences from anybody, like, cause I don't like asking for help or any of that. But people were like, come to me like, you're a strong person, you're brave, you're tough, yada yada yada, you still look good, I can't even tell. It was like, wow. Hearing those just made me feel like it just made me feel great about myself. Like, it's okay to be different. Like, really just never forget that. It's okay to be different and it's okay to be you. No matter what you are, no matter what you got going, it's okay to go against the norm. Just because it ain't normal to them don't mean it ain't gotta be normal to you. Then don't normalize the negative in your life. Don't, because that sends you to a dark place that you never want to be in. Trust me, I know what that feels like. I came a long way from a lot. But just really remember to love yourself and appreciate yourself, and to tell yourself in the mirror every day if you got to. Tell yourself that you are kind, smart, and important. You are unique, you're different, and that's okay. But other than that, that's really all I have to say. Like, it feels good to really just talk about it, because I've never really just opened up with everything I've been through, and yeah, when it comes to that. But with that being said, y'all know I'm gonna just say to like, comment, subscribe, click that notification. Y'all know how this ends. The head honcho signing off. Baby girl, you should come.